as we look at the S&P 500. So we're in this rally phase. Momentum's still strong. It's really clear how the S&P 500 is really strong. Now, if we get that peak that we're looking at in this cycle right over here in May in a couple of weeks, it doesn't get much higher, you see. And then you get this declining period right over there, which takes you into the end of May, early June. And there's that next peak out over here in June that we're talking about. And then the risks really picking up over here in July. So this is what could be a period of topping for the stock market based on everything we saw as far as the speculative stuff that is beginning to struggle. Now, this is amazingly strong when I look at this. So if I'm looking for a peak, the peak is going to be above 41.91 as this pattern is incredibly strong. This peak came on the 29th day. Now, I want you to note 27th day right over here, 28th day, 26th day. I can't even read that there. It's underneath there. When you get that, you get these small little yellow corrective zones right in here. We anticipated it would come down into the 20th, 2.5% to 3.5%. The decline was only 1.5% so far. Because this was a short cycle, you often correct and you get a little longer cycle to follow that. We may not have seen the bottom. This rally that we're having today with the S&P's up 22 points could really fail and then have one more move to the downside. And this cycle, which is now at 28 bars, we might then be moving it back out to 30 bars based on what we see in here. As right now we're 14, this is 29 on the peak, 30, 31 on the low. That would be, back in that 31 day cycle period. So this could be all of it. I mean, a 1.5%. When you get down to the midpoint of the slim ribbon under a very positive configuration like this, that could be the bottom, and we could actually be in this next rise, as we see. So again, we're looking for a rally out into May. This is actually drawn with the middle cycle aspect of it. When I draw the upper one, that extends out over here into this later May period. So we're looking at, today being the 21st of April, we're looking at potentially still a strong market for 3 weeks. Based on what I see in here. Everything we do is based on time and price, money flows, cycle patterns. You can see in here what's going on, this positive momentum giving you upside signals right in here, saying that this shallow correction, you're not going to likely see much more to the downside than we're seeing right over here. But now, I like this term. I used it in an email today out to the members. It's time for the bulls to give proof of life. In other words, how much more life do they have? How many more of these positive super cycles can we have where they don't give you much on the downside and they continue to give you higher peaks? This is what defines an uptrend. Higher peaks and higher bottoms, and you can see it in the cycles. If you really weren't looking at cycles, you probably wouldn't see it as clearly as you see right over here. We're continuing to get higher peaks and higher bottoms. Now, one thing that's happening now is that you see the bottom right over here where it established, it didn't break it right here, the bottom here, it didn't break it here. This bottom is going to be so high that we're going to have a support that is really high, and if it rallies up here and then comes down and breaks it, we're going to get a very early negative message if that occurs. So that's why I say that we're entering into a proof of life period, because it really needs to explode out of here once it makes its low, because the low is so high. Interesting concept in there. So you can see if this is the low, which I'm not exactly sure, then you need to rally, and then if you break this level right over here, it's going to be negative after that. So it will turn down very quickly. If it comes down and breaks it right now, it will all be part of this same correction. So until we get established what we have as a good anchor point, we really don't know where this next cycle is going to come from. And being that this was so extended out, it's a likelihood that it's going to give you good upward strength in here pretty soon. So we'll see how that all shapes up. Once I get the anchor point, I'll put in the new structure right in there. And I just don't know, because we just bounced off of that low today, whether or not that's the case. You are invited to hear me speak Thursday, April 22nd at 3 p.m. Eastern Time at this great free event, Wealth365 Summit, in which there will be over 50 speakers in 6 days. My topic, momentum analysis, the key to trading success. I think you're going to find it incredibly valuable. Please use the link that's included in the description of this post. I hope to see you there.